as you said, his net worth ballooned today, more than doubled. It was also a good day for him, relatively speaking, financially. On Monday, he only needed to pay $175 million out of the more than $454 million in the civil fraud case. But that's still $175 million he's on the hook for imminently. Does that amount of money hurt him financially?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you have to write a check, it kind of hurts. And anytime you have to write a check for 175 million, I would imagine that really hurts. So, we think that he has the cash to do it. We think he has a little over $400 million worth of cash. Trump himself said he has, nearly $500 million worth of cash. So, him having to write a check for 175 million to post a bond, to put up some money while he appeals, one of his judgments. That's not going to be fun for him, but we do think that he can cover it. It was a lot more difficult for him if he was going to have to come up with the whole thing because he was on the hook for more than the amount of cash that he had. And once you get into that, you have to start thinking about selling buildings or whether the New York Attorney General was going to seize buildings. A lot of Donald Trump's net worth is tied up in illiquid assets that are very difficult to sell. And if everybody knows that you're highly motivated to sell because you have to, then it becomes a fire sale. So it seems that he's sort of avoided that with the ruling that he could put up less money up front. He still owes the same amount right now that he was going to owe if he's not successful on appeal. But the amount of money he has to put up in the meantime is lower, and that really helps Trump's sort of liquidity crunch of trying to figure out where he's going to come up with 500 million. Now he only has to come up with 175 million, and it was about 100 more million in the other case. So 275 or so for Trump is a lot easier, than 550, given that he only has about 400 million or so in cash and liquid assets.
Chase, you are the expert here. You've been covering Donald Trump's finances for years now. As we sit here right now, is there anything on the horizon, anything you're looking at, anything on your radar when it comes to the former president's finances?
Yeah, there's a lot that's up in flux right now. Trump's core assets are pretty stable. He's owned a lot of them for a long time. They're, skyscrapers and clubs and places like Mar-a-Lago and golf courses and Trump Tower. And that stuff doesn't tend to be super volatile over time. But he has a lot of debt that's still coming due in coming years that he'll have to renegotiate, particularly on some properties like 40 Wall Street, where it's possible that might even end up in bankruptcy, one day if he's not able to renegotiate some of the deal there. But then the huge volatility of this, Truth Social stock is going to really make this number go up or down. Tracking his net worth is going to be a lot more exciting on a day-to-day basis than it was before. And then, of course, just what ends up happening with these fines and with all the other cases that he's sort of facing. There's just a lot that could change. And so, Trump could be worth many billions of dollars, several months from now. He might not be a billionaire several months from now. There's just so much more up in flux, I think, than usual for Trump.
Sounds like a volatile situation. Well, as things develop, as they progress, I hope you come on in and break it down for us. Chase, thank you so much for joining me.